Welcome back to the channel, everybody. This is Kodeations coming at you today with another video on Genshin Impact. That is right, we're going to be taking a look at the pre-launch event. I'm going to be showing you guys exactly how the pre-launch event works, what rewards are going to be worth going after, and to be able to take in-game with you on September 28th once it officially launches, and last but not least, how to maximize those chances at getting those said rewards. But before we jump in, ladies and gentlemen, if you are new to the channel, please be sure to hit that red subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you get a notification every time I drop a video, and we are so stinking close when it comes to closing in on that 1,500 sub giveaway on the channel. And if you don't already know, we're going to be giving away $25 to 2 lucky winners. But without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's jump right into the video. Jumping right in, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be taking a look at the pre-launch event for Genshin Impact. And like I said, we're going to be basically giving you guys the link down below in the description that you can visit here directly. Otherwise, you can go to the actual Genshin Impact website and you can visit it from there as well. But nevertheless, visiting this page is going to bring you to this screen, and you can see a couple different things on here that we need to take advantage of, or at least explain to you guys first. So right off the bat, you need to sign in, right? So you can see here that my Kodeations account is already signed in. If you're not currently signed in, it will ask you to sign in. So once you sign in, that's going to be how the game knows to link these rewards that you get from the pre-launch event to actually in-game items on launch day on September 28th. But the next thing you need to take a look at is we've got a luck score up at the top of the screen. We've got a play button. We've got the number of tries remaining. And then we've got a couple different things on the side. We've got the rules, the prize preview, pre-register link. If you have not already pre-registered for the game, you need to do that prior to playing the pre-launch event. So do that by clicking on the pre-register button here. It would actually take you back to the original pre-registering event. And if you have yet to know how to do that, or you want to know how to do that, you can visit my previous video on Genshin Impact here on the channel. The next thing up is going to be the inventory preview. 0 out of 16. We'll explain that in a second. And last but not least, we have our daily task, or the number of tries that you can get per day, which is going to be a maximum of 6 tries. Now, right off the bat, the first thing we're going to take a look at is the rules section. So the rules section breaks down very in depth. We don't really need to cover everything in here. Feel free to read this on your own time, but for the sake of the video, nobody wants me to basically go through and read all of these basically rules from start to finish. So we're going to kind of paraphrase a lot of this stuff, but basically right off the bat, one of the biggest ones you need to know is that the event is going to be a 3x3 grid, and it's going to be cards, right? So you're going to have basically 3 across the top and 3 down, so it's going to be a 3x3, so a total of 9 cards. And the whole premise behind this is you're going to flip all 9 cards, just like you have done since you were a child playing, you know, a matching game, and then once you get 3 basically that match, then that's going to be the item that you get out of that specific pool or that specific try. That's literally the entire functionality of this basically pre-launch event. Now, moving on to the prizes, there's going to be 5 different tier categories of prizes. We've got A, B, C, D, and E of tier categories. A being your highest quality or your highest tier, and then E being your lowest tier. And so on your number, or on your A spot, we'll get into this a little bit more heavy into the prize preview section. But basically, it's 4-star weapons. You get 2 different options out of there. Your B is going to be 4 different artifacts in the game that are 4-star artifacts. C drops you down to 3-star weapons. Basically, D is going to drop you down to, I believe, 3-star artifacts, I believe, maybe a couple different items that you can collect to actually craft specific artifacts in the game. And then E is going to be your trash in stuff, which is going to be like your food, your consumables, a little bit of your like currency spending, like you can spend in the game, or you need for actually crafting. So that's going to be kind of what the breakdown is on that. Again, we'll get more into that into the prize preview section. But the next thing we're going to take a look at is this specific luck system. So you might have noticed in the back here that I have 15 out of 24 luck score. You can see that right here on the screen. And exactly what that means is every single time that you create a try or you play, basically flip all 9 cards and you get a specific reward, that counts as 1 towards your luck score. Now, your luck score, once it hits 25, the game will automatically give you a item from the A list, so the top tier A list. So in theory, you could say everybody wins in this specific event. But basically, you get a said item out of that a list basically, and then your score will be set back to 0, and then you'll basically build it back up again. So again, that's going to be basically how it works with the luck system. It's kind of just like a guaranteed pull, right? So if you've ever played any other idle games or any other games out there that are on the mobile phone, they normally have something where you do so many summons, and after so many summons, you get a specific summon, right? Or you get a specific 5-star hero or one of the best heroes in the game type of thing, you know, from a random, you know, pull. That's basically kind of be what this luck score score system is. The next thing up we're going to take a look at for this is going to be the inventory and the shelf system. So the inventory and the shelf system, you can see here the different prizes from the different categories or tier list are going to be weighed more, or basically contribute more to that specific amount. So what does that mean? So your inventory can hold a total of what I would call 16 points. And like I said, different items from different tier lists weigh differently, or a different point amount. So you can only hold so many in your inventory. So what do I mean by that? I mean that you can't hold 30 or however many items from the A category, right? Because if you look here, anything from the A category weighs in at 10 points. So you could technically only have a total of one A item, one B item, so a total of 16. Or again, break that down however you wish according to your specific rewards. But the guide that I'm specifically giving you today, if you focus on the 2 items that I'm giving you, you can get, they're both in the B category. They're both artifacts. They're both the Gladiator artifacts. I'll show you those in a second. But basically, those will be weighing you in at 16. So then the remainder of those, not 16, sorry, 12, and then the remainder of those 14 points to make up for that, or that 4. Geez Louise, I can't even do math today, ladies and gentlemen. So the 2 items from the B category will weigh in at that 12-point mark, which will give you an additional 4 points to basically just gather one of the items from the C list, or multiple from the E list, or the D, or whatever. Basically, whatever the additional items are that you want to collect, you can do that. But I highly suggest you focus on trying to get those 2 items from the B category to the accumulation of 12 points, and then the rest is just at your own discretion. Now, moving up right off the list is going to be getting tries. So how do you get tries in the game? So the more that you share the game, you like the game, you basically do all these additional things prior to the game launching on September 28th, you get additional tries, and that's going to be a total of 6 tries per day, I believe, that you can get. So again, you want to take advantage of those every single day. They reset every 24 hours. And then next up, I don't think there's anything else really here. Basically, this kind of explains how you get the items. So how the shelf system works in the game is the more that you play, we'll show you that in a second in the inventory, but the more that you play, right, the more items that you will accumulate. Well, you can't take all of those, right, because you can only hold up to 16 said points in your inventory to take into game with you when the game officially launches. So therefore, they sit on a shelf is what they call it. So basically, you have the option to do all of these summons, or all of these plays, basically get all of these items, and then you get to pick and choose before the game launches, and then basically those are the only items that you actually redeem, and the rest of them are just basically sitting on your shelf. So that's basically going to be the best breakdown that I could give to you guys. If you have any additional questions when it comes to this information, please let me know down below in the comments. I'll be more than happy to help you out the best that I can. But moving on to the prize preview, we're going to take a look at that right off the bat. And as you can see here, this is a little bit more in depth. It gives you a little bit more information, not a lot of information, but it does give you a little bit more information. So you can see from the A pool, we have those 2 4-star weapons. From the B pool, we have those 4-star artifacts in the game, and then it just basically moves down the list. So you've got 3 stars again for those artifacts, as I mentioned already. E, as always, like I said, is going to be some of your low-end, like your consumable stuff, this sweet Medim, and then this fine enchantment ore. Again, these are just going to be items that you're going to pick up in a massive abundance in the game as you continue to play the game. So I would not focus on trying to get those so much as I would these 2 artifacts from the B category. And what exactly ones am I suggesting? Well, I'm suggesting the Gladiator Set, which are going to be these 2 red ones right here. So this red feather and this red flower, both of those items, from my understanding, are going to be really, really good for beginners, because in this game, there is some gacha elements, and those gacha elements are all evolved around heroes and also evolved around weapons. So you can actually gacha for weapons in the game, you can gacha for heroes in the game, but you cannot currently gacha for artifacts in the game. So that's going to be why it's going to be very, very crucial. And last but not least, for these Gladiator sets, the reason why they are hardcore recommended for new players in the game, or to try to get going into the game right off the bat, is because they have flat stats. They are not percentage stats, they're flat stats. And if you've ever played any other game that requires any type of strategic planning when it comes to gear, as you are low level, percentages will not benefit you as much as it will when you get higher level, or basically more stats, or more base stats, where those percentages actually make a difference. So that's going to be the reason why the Gladiator set is going to be 100% recommended early game, and those are going to be the 2 items that we're going to be going for, and that we are continuously going for, because we have yet to get them. So that's going to be it. As always, like I said, the pre-registration video I already have currently on my channel. You can go check that out if you have yet to watch that one prior to this one, because you do need to be pre-registered for the game in order to qualify for the pre-launch event. The next thing up we're going to take a look at is going to be this inventory preview. So as I said before, you can hold a total of 16 points on your inventory, not 16 items. And as you can see here, we have already collected 15 out of 24 items, or basically we have, you know, accumulated or played the game basically 15 times out of 25. So you can see here the items that I currently have sitting in what they call my shelf. And like I said, these are items that I have not yet chose to redeem in the game. And I'm not going to until I actually get the items that I absolutely want. So like I said, these just sit on this shelf here and they do absolutely nothing right now until we decide to throw them into our redeem bag. And you can do that by clicking on the item, clicking the confirm button. It will throw it then in the inventory. And then if I don't want that anymore, I can click on it again to get it out of my inventory because I don't want to redeem that. And like I said, the total amount of points will actually go up. As you can see right here, this classifies as 2 points from the rules section. So if you need to go back and reference that, you can do that. You can see it accumulates, or it basically adds those points up as you fill up your inventory. So it's going to be basically how the inventory in the shelf system works. Again, if you have any additional questions, let me know down below in the comments. I do sometimes talk a little bit fast, so if that is the case, then feel free to slow me down on the video. All right, next up, we're going to take a look at is going to be the task section, or AKA the tries. How many times can you get, or how many tries can you get in a day, and how to maximize those tries as well. So taking a look at this right off the bat is going to be basically visiting these sites. So you don't have to like these sites, but that is the hope from the developers that you're going to visit, like the YouTube channel for the official Genshin Impact, you know, development team, their Facebook, Discord, Twitter, Reddit, all this stuff. All you have to do is click this link. So you don't even have to visit those links. You just click them and what give you a green check mark. So to give you an example of that, we're going to go ahead and click this button here, and you can see that it opens up a page. We didn't even wait for it to load, and then boom, we already got automatically got a green check. Again, this is not automatically posting on anything. All this is doing is basically opening up that tab and visiting that specific site, and giving you those green checks. We've already accumulated 5 spins so far, and then last but not least, you have to pick basically one of the 2 options to either share it on Facebook or Twitter. And again, you do not actually have to do that. So to give you guys an example, if I click the Twitter option, it opens up this second window on here. I'm not going to do anything, right? I know you can't see it on screen, but I'm not going to do anything. And as you can see here, it already changed it to a green check mark. So we've got 1 out of 1. And then obviously, if you are signed in, which you have to be signed in, your email will already be linked, so you will get that additional try. So jumping in here, taking a look at this, we get 6 tries right off of the bat daily. So that's going to basically be and that's going to basically sum up exactly how to get the maximum amount of tries and how to make sure that you are, you know, doing anything and everything that you can to get the maximum amount of attempts to get those specific rewards. But since I wanted to show you this before we close out on the video, this is going to be your 9 card setup. Again, it does not matter which order that you select this. You can see we already got 3 of the food, and I have yet to basically pull anything that has multiple duplicates or multiple 3s. So I believe that every set of 9 cards are specifically set up to only give you 3 copies per each flip. But as you can see here, we're going to continue flipping. We got another bottom self E, which is going to be like, what was it, advice or something? Yeah, Wanderer's Advice. Again, we don't want that. We're going to click the try again button. But again, we're just going to keep on doing this, and this is exactly how the system works. We're going to keep on doing this until we get the items that we want. So we got a Traveling Doctor's Silver Lotus. I believe that is from the D category. Again, not interested. We are currently looking for a specific, what do we get here? What is this? Is that Traveler's Handy Sword? I believe that is also not a 5-star unit. Yep, exactly. That is not what we want. We got 2 more tries again for the sake of the video. Can I do it, ladies and gentlemen? It doesn't look like I'm going to. Nevertheless, you get the idea. Basically, you get in here, and all you're going to do is you're going to flip these cards 6 times per day to get the maximum amount of rewards. We did get a Clover here. Again, some trash from the D section in the game. But again, that's going to be maximized out my attempts for today. Tomorrow, if we do not get it, I will get lucky and at least get a 4-star weapon from the A category. But, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be it for me. Please be sure to drop a comment down below. If you have any additional questions, I'll be happy to answer them. But without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you get a notification every time I drop a video. And ladies and gentlemen, I will see you guys on the next one.